Oh, there we go. Hey, hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. Sorry for the technical difficulties. It is a Friday morning here today, May the 13th, 2022. Good morning, good afternoon, however you're listening, however you're watching. Welcome to the stream. You know, there's a lot going on today in the sports world in general. Oh man, it was a rough night last night. Let's talk about it. All right, because I have no problem starting off this show on a little bit more of a bummer note. But Suns yesterday. I mean, both teams yesterday. I mean, I had the Heat yesterday finishing up the series. They handled it. Very low scoring game, not an exciting game. 99-90. We can pull up the scoreboards real quick. And this is what we're looking at today. 99-90 for the Heat. They are moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Celtics, they wait to see who they play. They're either playing the Celtics or they are playing Jesus Christ. The Grizzlies, excuse me. I don't know. Not the Grizzlies. What the hell is wrong with me today? The Bucks. My goodness. It's been a morning, ladies and gentlemen, but we are here anyway. Yeah, so shout out to the Heat. Congratulations. Cannot wait to see you continue to perform. Jimmy Butler looking unbelievable. 32 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists for the man. I mean, it's nice to see his resurgence as of the last couple of years. You kind of really saw it back in the bubble where he was balling out, looking like the stud he is, putting in all the effort that he could. Just not enough to really push them ahead that year. But now we're seeing really a full... we're seeing a full resurgence of not only himself as the superstar he is, but of the leader he is and what he can do with this Miami team. They are doing great. Shout out to them. 76ers got some stuff to figure out. James Harden there. That's going to be an interesting. I do believe he's there for another year. And so we'll see how they can continue to fight. I'm just stalling because I don't want to talk about the Suns. I don't know what you want me to say about the Suns. I don't know what you want me to say about anything, really, about them. It was not a pretty game, no matter what way you look at it. Chris Paul, where are you at, bro? Where are you? Seriously, where are you? I have not seen you this entire playoffs. I mean, not this entire playoffs. I haven't seen you this series. Like, Chris Paul, he's... And that's the thing. He's not... It's not that he's not playing. He's performing well. He's not performing well. That's the issue. The effort's there. He's still engaged. It's not like he's given up whatsoever, but it's just not enough. And you can see here in the box score, courtesy of ESPN, Chris Paul with, where's his points? Jesus Christ. 13 points. I mean, that's fine, but DA coming out with the 21 really is what kept them in the game. Booker with the 19. He didn't perform particularly well either. And that's the thing. Besides Luka, it's not like the Mavs performed like a playoff caliber team. The Mavs are not a playoff caliber team. Luka is a playoff caliber player. He is unbelievable. What he was doing on the floor last night. I mean, 33 points, 4 steals, 8 assists, 11 rebounds. I mean, the guy is unbelievable. He's an incredible player. He's going to be in the league for a long time. The Mavs have a superstar. They have that franchise player finally. Again, after Dirk retiring and stuff. So, I mean, shout out to him. He's going to have an incredible career, especially if you can get a team around him. But this team is not looking like a playoff team. And so it's going back to Phoenix on Sunday. And we'll see what happens. This has been a series where the home team has won every game. So hopefully that trend continues. But as we know in sports betting and just sports in general, trends are bullshit. Bullshit. And hey, it happens though. I'm not particularly worried about the Suns if we're going to be completely honest. Listen, I was saying in the beginning of the season, you can go back and listen to our other old episodes and stuff. But I was saying, it doesn't like they didn't. I wasn't buying in yet. All right, I wasn't buying into the Suns and what they do and everything for the sole reason of what I saw in the playoffs. You know, DA playing for his max contract. He didn't look like a max contract player in the last game of the season. Last series, if you want to be completely honest. And it's not, he's young and everything, but these players getting these contracts younger, and we're seeing the same issue with Kyler Murray and stuff. I got into an argument with Johnny Venerable. I'm effing up his name. I'm sorry. At Johnny Venerable on Twitter. He works for PHNX Sports. Great company. They put out some really good content. Go follow them if you're not. They're awesome. But he was saying, let's go ahead. Let's pay DA and pay Kyler. So I just simply replied yes and no. I mean, my feelings about Kyler and how he has handled this situation, how he's performed on the field, it's been well documented. I'm not a fan of his. You got to show me a little bit more than just running whenever you want to and performing with your number one receiver. If Kyler comes out and we win, we win 5 of these 6 games, we win 4 of these 6 games where D Hop's out, then I'm excited. But until then, I'm not sold. I'm not sold at all. With that being said, that's a nice little segue. The schedule release was yesterday. You can go and listen to Noah and I's thoughts on how the NFL handled that on our podcast from yesterday. It's live on YouTube right now. I've been having issues with Spotify, so it's not up there yet. But go ahead. Go give that a watch, and we talk about essentially just how shitty it was. I mean, they know the schedule. Everyone knows their schedule. And yet here we are, waiting for 3 hours, trying to watch this show and everything. And it's like, I don't want to watch this. I just want to know how bad the Cardinals are going to look in the first couple games. And because I'm a Cardinals fan, I'm going to talk about it. Drop in the comments down below if you want me to cover another schedule. Noah and I will do more of a deep dive into the season and everything as it gets a little bit closer, probably in June. But till then, oh, Jesus Christ, this is rough. All right. Degens, this is what tears are made of here. Week 1, Arizona Cardinals, Kansas City Chiefs. Week 2, we're going to the Raiders. Week 3, we're hosting the Rams, and then we get a little bit of relief going to the Panthers. Week 4, Philadelphia Eagles. Week 5, Seahawks 6, and that's going to be. Those are the first 6 games. That's rough. Those first 3, they front-loaded us heavy. And don't get me wrong, the Cardinals, if looking at them last year and everything, the schedule, I wouldn't worry about it as much, especially the Raiders and the way the Chiefs have been and the losses they've taken in free agency, and didn't think they had a particularly strong draft, but that's neither here or there. But I mean, the AFC West is just unbelievable. And the fact that the NFC West, who was the hottest division in football, is now going up against what is now and what is really the hottest division in football, the AFC West, isn't kind of funny to see that shift, but not funny to see him on your schedule right here. Not funny at all. So we're starting off with the 2 AFC West matchups. The Raiders is going to be interesting. No one's really talking about the Raiders, and I don't get it. Derek Carr has been a good quarterback throughout his career. He has made the passes he's supposed to make. He's won the games he's needed to win. And now we got Devontae Adams, his favorite receiver, his buddy from college. I mean, come on. Come on. Derek Carr's about to have a fucking season. I'm telling you that right now. He's probably one of my early picks to win MVP. I wonder what those odds are at, but that's neither here or there. Noah and I will cover that at a later date. But Rams defending champs, they've gotten stronger. If not, they've stayed the same, which is still a very scary team. Panthers have been questionable. No one knows what the hell is going on with the Panthers. I don't think the Panthers know what's going on with the Panthers. They need to hit the reset button on that. Honestly, the Panthers really should just unplug, plug back in, and see if a restart helps. Panthers are going to be bad this year. I don't think they're going to be Jacksonville bad, but they're going to be bad this year. The Eagles, I like Jalen Hurts. I like what that team is doing. We'll see. There are reports coming out that this is going to be an audition year for Jalen Hurts. Like, what the hell was last season? What the hell was the season before when you kicked Wentz to the curb? Eagles are another organization. They may need to go ahead and pull the plug, unplug, plug back in, see what happens. Same with the Seahawks. So, first 6 weeks when DeAndre Hopkins is out for the Cardinals, you're seeing 3 teams who have their shit together and 3 teams who desperately need to figure it out and figure it out fast. But they're not going to figure it out this season. Seattle Seahawks, I mean, who's starting? Geno Smith? Drew Lock? Seriously? You think Drew Lock's the answer? No shot. We've tried that. New Orleans Saints, Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are scary this year. The NFC North is going to be interesting because Packers are there, but they've lost a lot of pieces. The Lions are starting to be Lions. They're getting hard knocks this year. I've heard reports that uh, MCDC, Dan Campbell out there in Detroit is already odds-on favorite, I believe, to win Coach of the Year, or a lot of writers are talking about it. I mean, it's way too early, but there's also nothing else to talk about in sports. I mean, what, you really want me to go ahead and, where is that report? I saw a report about Kyrie. Yeah, you want me to talk about this for the next, I don't give a shit. Nike unlikely to extend Kyrie's signature shoe deal past 2022 and 23. Honest to God, I didn't know Kyrie had a shoe. I did not know. And granted, I've just really gotten into the NBA diving deep this season and stuff, but even diving deep into this season, I had no idea. Like, what the hell? You have a shoe, bro? I had no idea. Do you even wear them, bro? But, and I mean, it's not like it doesn't make sense. I don't care. Shout out to Woj and Ramona Shelburne for getting the scoop. I guess you don't really want to be talking about how bad the officiating's been, so let's go ahead and let's talk about shoes. Russian authorities extended Brittany Griner's detention. I mean, hope everything's okay there, but that's messy. Maverick, yeah, I mean, there's nothing going on. So here we are talking about the schedule. 49ers, we'll see. I mean, it's going to be one of those things where, who's starting? Oh, it's in Mexico, too. That's going to be, you see, so when it comes to these out of country games and everything, I'm a big fan of it, a big fan of the expansion and everything. Those London games, those German games, they've got to be rough. I've heard players talk about it, that they're just not good. Like, they're just not good for them, especially if you lose, because it's not home, and even if you are the home team, it still counts as a home team and you're not home. It's not the best situation, but I understand why they do it. Mexico, though, is one of those where it's like, yeah, that makes sense. It's right across, literally a hop, skip, and a jump from where the Cardinals play now, and a little bit further of a jump from where San Francisco, so the Mexican makes sense. The big thing is you're not going out of too much of a time zone difference, not that many hours, not that hard flight. Chargers, we're just going to get shit on by them, I think. I am so hype on the Chargers. I'm so hype on the Chargers and what Justin Herbert is and what he does. Sweet. Then we're going to be on Monday Night Football against the Patriots at State Farm. Denver, Tampa, Falcons, closing it out with the Niners. I mean, like I've said, it's going to be a rough start for the Cardinals with no D-Hop and everything like that. But, hey, they were nice enough to front load us heavy and hopefully finish out strong. Hopefully, but as we're seeing now with the Suns, as an Arizona sports fan, it's hard to keep the faith sometimes. That is. But, hey, we're here for it. And if not, at least I can go tailgate at a couple Cardinals games. That's always a good time. With that being said, what time is it? I got a little bit more time. I'm going to scroll through the Twitter mess real quick and see if there's any new updates or anything like that. I will be live later today with my betting show, Degenerate Bets. Just waiting on some information to come out, waiting on some news and some reports and stuff to make sure that my picks are doing good. Because let me tell you, yesterday was not the best day for me. It was, just not good. The diamond was okay, but, those Thursdays, those getaway days, sometimes it can be rough. Feeling good about the slate tonight. Big game that I'm looking forward to, D-backs. Playing the Cubs here in Phoenix at Chase Field. I'll be there. It's going to be a hell of a time. I love going. That is such a beautiful ballpark. It's a good ballpark, regardless of how bad the team is or anything. They're a good team. I mean, they're starting to figure it out. I went to Wednesday, and let me tell you, the boys didn't look good. Kelly was off. But we'll talk more about that later. It's going to be a good game. Should be a good game. Who's pitching? That was one of the things I was waiting on, is some of these pitching matchups haven't been announced yet or haven't been confirmed. Davies on the mound. That's great. That's great, isn't it now? Davy. He's 1-1. I mean, he's not that bad. He's going up against Smiley, who's 1-3. He's been the piss lately. But hey, maybe he'll figure it out tonight, which would be a terrible night for me for him to figure it out. Oh man, why? So I was gonna go transition into the crypto and everything, but my account decided to log me out, so I got to do the whole double verification thing. I will say it's interesting, when you get into crypto and the NFT space and everything, you're so used to this double verification and stuff. I used to hate it. I used to be so annoyed by it, but now I get it. Makes sense. I guess that's also me getting older. I am a quarter of a century old. Like, Jesus, I'm getting up there. Getting up there. All right, let's get to my beautiful candlesticks. Let me see what we're looking at today. Where are we going to start? Let's start with my boy ETH. And let's take a look today. Ooh, I'm liking what we're seeing. We're looking up. We are looking up. ETH trading at $2,000 right now with some change. Looking a lot better than yesterday. I know when we were live yesterday, it was trading at about 1900. And this is, we're seeing kind of what I said yesterday. Again, not a financial advisor. Don't know what the F I'm talking about, but I like talking about it, so I'm going to keep talking about it. It was getting too low, and like I said yesterday, you're not going to see prices like this for a lot of these bigger coins, these more stable coins. In the long run, they're going to be, closer to that 2,500, Bitcoin at that $40,000 mark, as kind of where it's chilling out. And so seeing this down tip, this fear in the market and everything, it's nice to see if you're a trader and if you like buying stuff. Over here you're seeing some, whenever you're seeing this red, these small reds I don't mind seeing because that's just some, day traders and stuff making their money, getting their cut for the day, especially when you're seeing it above a certain resistance point at about $22,000 and some change. So hey, if we keep sitting here, it's going to be looking pretty for ETH, I think. Going further, Solana. Been hearing a lot about Solana lately. And we've been talking about it a little bit more. I still do not own any Solana. I'm looking into buying some, I think, in the next couple days here. Solely because the NFT marketplace that they have has been doing a lot better. It's being accepted now on OpenSea, which is the biggest NFT market and the most used one. I mean, it's still about $50. You're seeing good hold here. Again, just some day trading movement. Not too worried. Again, seeing a lot of green. That's what you love to see. You love seeing the green. And we're going to keep it moving. SHIB up. Everything just looking up a little bit. And I'll take the up a little bit because we better, and that's the crazy thing about crypto. And the crazy thing about NFTs and everything. A day is about a month in that space. And so everyone was so fearful and worried about all of this downturn and everything. But here we are going, we're starting to hike back up right away. We were down for a couple days and everything. But in the long term, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Like, look here. Let me go to the year to date. Oh, there we go. Like, yes, it is down overall. But looking at from where it started last summer, and just some tweets and everything, getting it all the way up to that really high point. I would get into the decimals, but it's a lot of zeros there. We're still going up, and that's with one of these coins that isn't a lot like Shiba, which is always good, especially when these altcoins start turning up. ApeCoin, I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it. $8. I got an alert this morning when I woke up that it was trading at 9, and I was excited, and now here we are today. Here we are now a couple hours later. Let's see what's going on today specifically with them. I mean, it's nothing to worry about. I mean, overall, like, if you bought ApeCoin at 27, like, yeah, you're not happy. If you bought it at 27, 25, 23, like some of us did, me, you're not stoked about it, but you believe in the product, you believe in the price, you're going to stick with it. Like I said, Yuga Labs, one of the bigger entities in the NFT and crypto communities and stuff, so them launching their own coin, they still have been kind of quiet on their front about their metaverse so far and everything like that, which I get it. It's a lot of work working towards getting into the metaverse right now and everything with Degen takes and stuff. I understand from a programming and side and from a marketing side, from a user experience side. It's hard. It's hard in making sure that all of it flows and works together, especially because this is all uncharted territory. No one's really done this before. No one's stepped out there. And so everyone going into this space is throwing something at the wall and seeing what sticks. And that's why, it's so volatile, because no one really knows which one of these cryptocurrencies is going to be the future. To be completely honest with you, we could not talk about Ether or Bitcoin or Solana or any of these, or Cardano. We could not be talking about any of these coins in the next 5 years. Not saying they won't be around, but especially like Bitcoin, when it gets to that $50,000 threshold or $40,000 and it holds like we've seen in the past, it's unattainable. People, why would I buy Bitcoin? It's out of reach for myself. It's out of reach for anyone. And so they go to a coin like Ether. They go to a coin like Solana, like Shiba, like Doge, Cardano, because it's more obtainable and it's more useful. The use cases are through the roof, and it makes more sense. It makes more sense. Again, I'm still very bullish on crypto and everything in general. I'm not worried about this slight downtick. Like, we're still seeing Bitcoin at 29, Ether at 2, Solana 51. It's going back up. It's going back up. A lot of green, a lot of good stuff to feel. A lot of good stuff on this Friday. It's a feel-good Friday, as Pat McAfee would say. Shout out to him. Great show. That's probably why my viewers are at 0 right now. I forgot he's live right now. Shout out to him. But yeah, I do want to shout out one other project, though, really quick. It's this NFT project that I've been not associated with, but did a lot of research in, and I've been enjoying the project, what they're doing, what the end goal is, and how they're really going to change the way you use NFTs. NFTs, the big issue that people have is like, well, what's the point? It's just it's a stupid, it's a JPEG. There's no use to it, but there is use to it. You have to find the use to it. You have to create a use for it. And so what this project is called, it's called Isle of Non. All right. It is a NFT gaming PvP and P2E. Now, a lot of acronyms there. NFT gaming is an up-and-coming sector in the crypto landscape and everything like that. With that being said, you do have to have NFTs, and you do have to have non-fungible tokens in order to use it, and that gives utility then to those items. So, for example, I bought a board banana from their project. It was one of their first NFTs, put out one of their first for their community to get into the Isles of Non. And with getting that, you can then claim it, mint a vixen, which then a siren of, I'm going to butcher it. Sirens of... What the hell? Why is it escaping me right now? This is rough. But you can get a siren, and all of the NFTs that they then put out. I'll pull up their Twitter right now for you guys. Here we go. The NFTs they put out, they all have different attributes. They all have different traits, and that goes into the game and goes into, different abilities and different power-ups and stuff. And then you can buy other NFTs to power up your NFT with the P2E aspect means play to earn. And so there's going to be a native token to the game, to this world that they're creating, the Sirens of the Sea. Damn it, Vixens of Ion. Sorry, that's what it was called. Seeing it on Twitter now. And so it's really cool. And so I can pull up this picture here, this little GIF. This is essentially what your NFT will look like. This is still in beta. This is something that they released to Twitter. I've seen some other beta stuff in their Discord. It is epic. I'll try to leave a link down below. With that being said, though, obviously you can get different attributes for your siren, and it's really cool. It's really cool. There's their native token. I believe it's banana. I have some now as a holder. They airdrop you some. It's great. Very hyped on this project. It should be. I'm hoping it's releasing soon. Sooner rather than later, just because I can't wait to get my hands on it and everything like that. It's ran by a gentleman, I don't even know. It's ran by Big Boss NFT, at Big Boss NFT, right? Yeah, at Big Boss NFT. He is the mastermind behind everything. The one other thing I really enjoy about Isles of Non and the entire project as a whole is Big Boss is very transparent. very transparent about the project as a whole. And so I go into Discord every morning, and it's almost like getting a news update from ESPN. Here's what's going on. Here's what we're working on, and this is the next step. And it's been awesome to watch this grow and to watch the progress and everything like that. I'm stoked to be a part of it. And again, do your own research and everything. I'm not, besides owning one personally, I am not associated with them whatsoever. Just part of the community. It's a cool community. Everyone there very supportive. Fun community to be a part of. I die laughing in the memes section and just what goes on in the general chat. It's a great time. But look into it. Isles of Non, Big Boss NFT, the guy running it. And again, a great team, great community. Just one of those projects that I had to shout out. And looking really cool. They shouted me out on Twitter yesterday, so I had to send back the love. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I will be back later today with the betting aspect of everything, hopefully getting some lineup sets, some other news figured out before I make my picks for tonight. Look for that to go live probably around 2, 3 o'clock West Coast time, so around 5 or 6 East Coast. And then if you're Central, you figure it out for yourself. With that being said, I gotta figure that one out. With that being said, I've been the Brofict1 AJ. Please like, share, subscribe, follow us on Twitter at Degen takes myself at Brofict1. Check out Isles of Non at Isles of Non on Twitter at Big Boss NFT if you want to see what they're about and everything like that. With that being said, I've been the Brofict1 AJ, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.